Hi guys, Barb here with barbstamps.com, and today we're going to use the Make a Medallion Sale-a-bration stamp set to make this card. And I want to show you how simple it is to actually line these pieces up so that you get a really nice image. And let's get started. This is the card that we're going to make, but I'm actually going to make it in a different color because I can. So we're going to be using the Make a Medallion stamp set. Like I said, it's got the two large images that need to be, you can use them individually or together. They look really cool stamped together, obviously. So you stamp them together, and then you've got some different greetings that you can add to the center of this, some other little flourishes that you can use. And this is part of our Sale-a-bration promotion. It's part of the three items that we just added for Sale-a-bration starting February 21st. They do go through the end of March. There's three items. There's the reverse word stamp set, which I do have some cards on my blog. 6x6 glimmer paper assortment. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is gorgeous. I'm going to go get it. Look at how amazing this stuff is. Look at the sparkle and the shine. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm not even kidding you. Of course, looking at it in the catalog, you can tell it's got some shimmer and shine, but stuff is just so much better in real life. So, wow. So anyway, we're going to be using a little bit of the Sweet Sugar Plum color for the card that we're making today. And then the Make a Medallion set is on the back side of this little flyer. So all three of those items are free with your $50 orders. Not all of them with $50, but one for every $50. In addition to the other 12 that we have in our main Sale-a-bration brochure. So right now is the best time to order. Stock up on your supplies, get your Paper Pumpkin subscriptions, and get some free stuff. Okay, that out of the way. Like I said, I wanted to use a different color than the Melon Mambo that I used in the original card, but I'm going to do basically everything else the same. So I've got the Sweet Sugar Plum for my card base. I've got a little strip of this really cool zigzag paper that comes out of the Pop of Pink Designer Series paper stack that's got all these fun patterns. They're mostly in Melon Mambo, but you can color them. So they're white and black, and then Melon Mambo. So this one was white and black, and I just used one of my sponge brayers. Love my sponge brayers. Over this, to get this to be pink, I did the same thing with this piece here. So it's kind of fun that you can change the color of that stuff. But for this particular card, I'm not changing the color. I'm just using it as it is. So I'm going to add this to the side, and then I'm going to bring in a little strip of this deliciously sparkly glimmer paper, and I'm going to add that to the side, to the edge here of this Designer Series paper. So let's get those two things added to the card. I'm going to use some of my liquid glue. Oh, gotta shake it. Okay, just going to add that to the edge. Hopefully my old eyes were working, and it is at the edge. Okay, I think that it is. Yay for old eyes. Now I'm just going to run a really small bead down the paper next to the zigzag Designer Series paper. And then I'm just going to butt my little strip of glimmer paper up against my designer paper. Bring that up so you can see what I'm doing, and I can see what I'm doing, because 50 years old, the eyes are going on me. Okay, so we've got our little strip of Designer Series paper there. I've also got a piece that I put together for the inside of the card. So this is just a layer of Whisper White, 5 1/4 by 4, and then another little strip of that designer paper along the edge. So we're just going to add some glue to that. And then we're going to add it to the center of the card, the middle, so that when the recipient opens it, they get more joy. They get more fun paper. And I have a nice place to write my message. Okay. So on the inside of the card, I want to add a greeting, and I'm going to use the All Things Thanks stamp set. This is from the Occasions catalog. It's on page 35, and it's got some really nice thank you sayings. And just so you know, you can cut these things apart. Like you could cut this right here, so you could just have it say thanks rather than thanks for that thing you did, or you can stamp them together and then have, more than one image. Right here, you could cut off between thank you and for making my birthday happy. You have two stamps. So it just makes it a little more versatile when you can cut these things in half or cut parts off of them. So I'm going to be using the You Are Amazing stamp out of this set to get our greeting in the middle. And I think I'm going to stamp it in Sweet Sugar Plum. I was going to go black, but I think I'm going to change my mind here. So we're going to ink that up in some Sweet Sugar Plum. Stamp that right here. Okay, yay. So that's the inside of the card. Outside of the card. This piece we're going to use to actually stamp our medallions on, so let me get those. Okay, I've got the circular medallion and then the kind of pointy medallion, so that's the technical terms for them, I'm sure. This one I'm going to ink up in the Sweet Sugar Plum, and I'm actually going to ink up this one and stamp it first, okay? So I'll just kind of tap, tap, tap that on my ink pad, get it nice and inky, and I'm just gently tapping so that I don't make a mess on my block. Okay, so let's just stamp this right in the middle. Okay, so we've got that part done. There it is. So now I'm going to zoom in for this next step. I'm going to ink this stamp up with the Memento Black, but I want to kind of show you what I look for when I'm placing it down on top of this image. And I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick that up. We may have to bring this up a little closer and angle it differently. Okay, so what I'm looking for is these little points right here on the stamp, these little points, each one of these, they go between these circular humps, okay? Then you've got these little tiny dots down here below those points, and those are going to end up going right over this tiny little dot here. We've also got this nice image in the center that allows us to place it easily enough. You've got the center that runs through the middle of this stamp, and you've got the side to side. So the center, you can just actually line that up so it runs right up the middle. And then these two pieces here, you just want to make sure that they do not go over into the colored area. So you want to keep all that right in the center here. So let's get that inked up, and then we'll see if we can get it stamped in there for you. I'm going to use Memento black ink for this. So ink that up really well. So I've got that lined up, I think pretty much where I want it. All right, and there we have it. Pretty dang cool, huh? I think so, and I love the black with the Sweet Sugar Plum. That is a fabulous combination. Zoom back out. All right, so we've got our main card base, we've got our stamped image, we've got our layer. So I'm going to go ahead and just add the medallion to this layer. Just add a little bit of glue. Obviously my glue is clogged a tiny bit, but that's fine. Okay, so we've got that done. Now we need to stamp our little greeting for the front, and I'm going to use the thanks image that also comes in the Make a Medallion stamp set. We've got love, friend, and thanks. So we've got our thanks image here. I'm going to ink that up in the Memento, and then I'll just stamp it onto this piece here. It's a scrap. And then I've got my classic label punch that I'll bring in to punch this out. Get it lined up in there, and then just give it a squeeze. All right, put that away. And I'm going to add this to the front of the card with a bit of some Stampin' Dimensional. So I'm just going to bring in a pack that's almost used up here, and I'm just going to cut a few of these little edge pieces off. These are perfect for your skinny items that need to be popped up, such as this. So I'll get that on the back, peel off the backing strip. And I'm just going to line this right across the middle here of the medallion piece. So we just want it lined up side to side and in the middle. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to add some basic rhinestone jewels, one on each end. Bring those in here. I've got a couple waiting here in the wings for me. I do like to use my tips of my scissors or a piercing tool to pick these up, because as I'm sure you guys have noticed in my videos, I have no nails. So I just like to use something that just helps me pick these up. I know a lot of my customers that have acrylic nails use something like this too, just because their acrylic nails can't get underneath either. All right, so we've got those pieces on there. Then we'll just add a few more Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. Maybe one in each corner. We'll tear that, throw that one in the middle. Peel all the backings off. Oops, missed that one. So I hope you found this video helpful in lining up this awesome Sale-a-bration stamp set. And I do have other videos with tips and tricks, so check out my channel. If you did like what you see, I always appreciate the thumbs up. that lets me know that what I'm doing is working for you guys and that you appreciate it, you like watching it. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.